Question 5. On equations in irrational sorts form, we have solved the equation square root of x plus 8 plus square root of x plus 1 equals 7. There are actually two similar ways of solving this question, which are, it's either you square both sides from this point, or you take this plus root x plus 1 over the equals to sign, then you square both sides. I prefer taking the plus root x plus 1 to the other side before squaring it. Doing it this way is just to make your work easy, because squaring both sides at this point makes it a bit complex. So let's take out the plus square root x plus 1 to the right. So we have square root of x plus 8 equals 7 minus square root of x plus 1. Now the plus square root x plus 1 crosses the equals to sign and turns to minus square root x plus 1. Note, the positive in front of the root changes to negative, but the positive under the root doesn't change. It's like in brackets. Crossing the equals to sign doesn't change or affect the positive or the negative sign under root. It goes over the equals to sign and still maintains its initial sign, so as we have it in this case. The next thing to do is get rid of the square roots. So you square both sides. You have it as square root of x plus 8 all square equals, in open bracket, 7 minus square root of x plus 1 close bracket square. Note, it's different on the right because the 7 is linked to the root x plus 1 by a negative sign or by a minus. If it's negative or positive, you can't give it a separate square. You can't say 7 square and root x plus 1 square. Provided it's negative or positive, you can't give them their separate power. You have to group it in this form. Some students might jump on it and just say 7 square, then square root of x minus 1 square. It doesn't work that way. Once it's negative or positive, you can't give them their separate squares. You group them together in one bracket, then give them their square. On the next line, we say square cancels square root. You'll be left with what is under the square root, which is x plus 8. So we have x plus 8 here equals, on the right side, you have 7 minus square root of x plus 1 square. Now to solve this, you just apply open bracket a minus b square is a square. You can say minus 2ab plus b square, or you can say a square plus b square minus 2ab. They're actually the same, depends on which one you're more comfortable with. But in all or most textbooks or in teachings in class, you always have the first one. So let's take the first one this time. Comparing this to this, you know your a is 7 and your b is root x plus 1. A square, that's 7 square. Then we go to minus 2. Your a is 7, you have minus 2ab. Your a is 7 times 7 times your b. Your b is root x plus 1. You have it as root x plus 1 as your b. Then you have plus b squared plus, you know your b is root x plus 1. So you have it as root x plus 1. Then you square it. On the next line, you have x plus 8 equals 7 square is 49. Then you have minus 2 times 7 times root x plus 1. You multiply the whole numbers first. 2 times 7 is 14. Then you have it 14 times root x plus 1. You have it as 14 root x plus 1 plus, you have your square will cancel your square root. Square cancels square root. You'll be left with x plus 1. X plus 1. On the next line, we collect like terms on the right. You have x plus 8 on the left equals 49. Then you have this plus 1 plus 1. Then you have plus x minus 14 root x plus 1. You have x plus 8 equals 49 plus 1, that's 50, plus x minus 14 root x plus 1. At this point, I don't want my minus 14 root x plus 1 negative. And this is one entity, so I'm taking it with the negative over the equals to sign and it turns positive. So you have it as 14 root x plus 1 equals, now I'm also taking this x and this plus 8 to the other side of equals sign. Still on the right, you have 50 plus x. We've only taken the minus 14 root x plus 1 to the left. So we have 50 plus x. Note this x has a positive. So you say positive x or plus x crosses the equals sign and turns to minus x. Also, plus 8 crosses the equals sign and turns to minus 8. Next, you have 14 root x plus 1. The same thing as 14 times root x plus 1 equals 50. Then you take the second constant, which is minus 8. Then you have plus x minus x. The first x owns a positive, the second x owns a negative. You have 14 times or 14 root x plus 1 equals 50 minus 8 is 42. Then you have plus x minus x is like saying plus 1 minus 1 or 1 minus 1, same as x minus x will give you 0. Now the 14 is linked to the root. We can choose to square both sides or get this 14 off first. That's divide both sides by 14. So you can say this divided by 14 and this divided by 14. 14 cancels 14. On the left, you'll be left with root x plus 1 equals, on the right, 42 divided by 14 or 14 in 42 will give you 3. Now you have root x plus 1 equals 3. Next thing you need to get off is this root or the square root. And to get this square root off or this root off, you square both sides. So you square this and power this to 2, that's still squaring 3. You square your left side and your right side. So on your left side, the square cancels the square root, you'll be left with x plus 1 equals, on the right side you have 3 square. 3 square is not 6, it's not 3 times 2. 3 square is 3 times 3, which is 9. So you have x plus 1 equals 9. X is therefore 9. Then you subtract 1 from both sides, or you say plus 1 crosses the equals sign and turns to minus 1. X equals 9 minus 1 is 8. X is therefore 8. Now that we know x is 8, we can confirm if it's right if we insert it into the original equation. We have root x plus 8 plus root x plus 1 equals 7. You know our x is 8. Let's see if we insert 8 into this equation, you get 7. You have root, x is 8, so you have 8 plus 8. 8 plus 8 plus, here you now have your second root. Since your x is 8, you have 8 plus 1 equals 7. On the next line you have square root of 8 plus 8. 8 plus 8 is 16 plus square root of 8 plus 1. 8 plus 1 is 9 equals 7. Square root of 16 is 4 plus square root of 9 is 3 equals 7. Now let's add it. 4 plus 3 is 7. That means the value of x as 8 satisfies the equation. Therefore, x equals 8 is correct.